Sharon M. Atkinson, MacGyver of Design. This is part 6 in the series, Worshiping God with Spirit and Truth, John 4:23 to 24. In Mind's Eye Faith, that's my 46 playlist. This would be the video 97 in this playlist. I've done 2 today. This is the second one. Part 6, starting with John 4:23 and 24, which reads, "Nevertheless, the hour is coming, and it is now, when the true worshipers will worship the Father with spirit and truth. For indeed the Father is looking for such like ones to worship him. God is a spirit, and those worshiping him must worship with spirit and truth." So let's continue with that. We're going to give more definition to the definition that applies to personality, disposition of a person being their spirit. So let's go into that. Let's look at First Samuel 16. Let's read verse 14. "And the very spirit of Jehovah departed from Saul, and a bad spirit from Jehovah terrorized him. And the servants of Saul began to say to him, 'Here now, God's bad spirit is terrorizing you.'" So, Jehovah God can change our mental disposition to make it unstable. He can cause us to have neurological problems, as he did with King Nebuchadnezzar, and cause him to suffer from lycanthropy, the wolf mentality disease, baying at the moon and reverting or acting as if he was an animal. And when he took that spirit away from him, then his sense came back to him, and his wisdom, his wealth, and all that when he elevated him again. But in this scripture, we're speaking that a bad spirit from Jehovah can affect a person grossly if he chooses to terrorize that person, because Jehovah God is perfectly good and perfectly bad, and has good spirit that he can bless you with, or a bad one. And now let's read another scripture. Let's look into Proverbs. Let's look into Hosea. And let's look into Hosea chapter 5, verse 4. It reads, "Their dealing do not permit of a returning to their God, because there is a spirit of fornication in the midst of them, and Jehovah himself they have not acknowledged." A person can have a fornicating spirit, a person who's just into a lot of treachery, duplicity, and actually the word itself, meaning a person who's just possessed by thoughts of fornication, sexualized, and focuses on that. A spirit of fornication. Let's read 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 6, or actually verse 7. That's 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. "For God gave us not a spirit of cowardice, but that of power and of love and of soundness of mind." So then a person could be a coward, and that's another spirit. But then if it goes to cowardice, but it says God gave us a spirit of power, love, and of soundness of mind. You can have those spirits too, but you can also have a spirit of cowardice. And this is important to keep in mind, because that is forming in us in the womb. You can be a very bad person coming out from birth, from the womb, or otherwise as well. Jehovah God hated Esau, but he loved Jacob. Why? And that was from the womb when they were young. Keep in mind, again, concerning Jehovah, that he's making an estimate of spirits. Keep that in mind.